super cold out. We, like much of the country, is going through a cold spell right now, so I'm bundled up. And what I want to do today is make a quick video, make a final review on these gloves now that I've had the chance to use them a little bit more. So let's go find somewhere we can sit down and talk this over. All right, so I think this is a good spot. I want to tell you a little bit more about these gloves, all right? So I want to share a comment from one of my YouTube videos, Adam Hilliker. He says that he's been using Flatland gloves, both the short-fingered version or the fingerless version and these full-fingered versions. He loves them both. He does find that out in Boston, these full-finger ones don't keep his hands warm enough in weather below 20 degrees, that they work very well between 20 to 40 degrees. You know, I'd say the same. My hand right now, just holding this phone, is freezing. But these gloves, they do a good job at keeping your hands from freezing. When you are below 20 degrees though, it's gonna get pretty darn cold and you're gonna be uncomfortable. I do also like how he talks about he did break his thumb while wearing these gloves. He doesn't think anything could have prevented it, any glove could have prevented it. And he says, quote, "I was trying to keep up with Sly Dog Stro." I think any story that starts off like that, I was trying to keep up with Sly Dog Stro, it's not gonna end well. Okay, so I wanna talk about these gloves and a couple things that I think need improvement before I can go all in on these gloves. You can see my prior video, I talk about what I like about them. Now that I've had a chance to use them for some extended rides, there are a couple issues that I see. So first off is this. So that is a weakness in the stitching right there. It's just single stitching as opposed to this double reinforced stitching. You have this single stitching here and it's a weak point in the glove. If you know how to put these on correctly, you can avoid this from tearing. So the way I was putting it on was incorrect, and I think that led to undue stress on this part, which caused it to rip. When I would put it on, I would do it like so. I'd be a lot of times riding my board and I'll grab this material here just at the end and I'd pull. And as I pull, you can see, how you'd have so much stress on the fabric there, and that's what caused it to come undone. So I think with a little needle and some thread, I'll be able to fix that right up. I contacted the folks over at Flatland and they said that they would send me a new pair. These gloves are covered by a 1-year warranty, and so if you've already purchased these gloves, you have 1 year to discover this defect and that they'll send you a new pair. They also said that they're working on the second batch of these gloves. This is the first batch. These gloves just came out in January, so just last month. And in the second version, they're going to look into reinforcing that with double stitching. Let me show you how to put these on so you don't have this issue. Instead of grabbing it like this and pulling as you're riding, which then causes that undue stress on that weak part, what you need to do is use this strap here, okay? So you're gonna grab that strap and put it on like so. That's one issue, that coming undone right there. You see that? One other thing that you should know, these little tabs here, they look like they're starting to come off. Not as important because those little grippy tabs are for the e-skaters so they can grab onto the remote and have better control and better grip. Other thing about these gloves, the fit. So these are large. I measured my hands as a large. I feel like they come out, they're a little on the big side, these full-fingered gloves. So if you're going to get them, maybe consider getting a size smaller. I usually wear large in gloves, and these are a little big on me. It feels fine around the hand portion, it's just the fingertips. I can say that these gloves are comfortable, they look nice. The main issue I have with them is this weakness here, the lack of touchscreen sensitivity, and they do come on the big side. You can even see here, it's starting to come apart a little bit there on this wrist. See that? I'm shivering, it's so it's cold. So I'm going to sew that up, fix it myself. Flatland offered to send me a new pair of gloves. I told them I don't need another pair of gloves. This is a pretty simple fix for my part. Just a little needle and thread and I'll be able to fix that right up. I have had a lot of viewers comment that they love their fingerless or their short-fingered gloves. Because of your guys' recommendations, I'm going to try those gloves and review those in a future video. So in conclusion, I love how these gloves look, I love the feel, I love the flexibility. I don't like the flaws that I've just discussed. I did talk to the company and they said that they're working on a fix. Since this is the first run of these gloves, they will be able to modify the manufacturing process and be able to hopefully double stitch this area and reinforce it so that future gloves will not have this issue. Be comforted in the fact that these gloves do come with a full 1-year warranty. The people at Flatland were very responsive to my emails and were very willing to help me out. For me, the main issue is the stitching problem. Once they fix that, I think I'll be able to wholeheartedly recommend these gloves. If you already own a pair of these gloves and you'd like to fix them yourself, all you need is a needle and some thread. Here I'm using a little sewing kit that came complimentary at a hotel stay. I chose white thread just so that all you guys on YouTube would be able to see my sewing skills in action. This is a gist of what I did. I am by no means an expert, just a guy who likes to make and fix things. So make sure you take out the unidirectional wrist plate, it makes things a lot easier. Turn the wrist part of the glove inside out so that you expose the 2 pieces of fabric that you need to sew together. I double stitched and reinforced this area of weakness. I go down once and then I just come back the way I came, as you see here on this video. Then make sure to start and end with anchored points so that your thread doesn't come loose over time. It took me less than 30 minutes to sew both wrist guards. It was a super easy fix. Hopefully, this will not be an issue in future batches of this otherwise great glove. And with this simple fix, I have now just repaired my favorite gloves for riding in cold weather. As always, thanks for watching guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.